Okay, perfect. Welcome to episode 2 of Understand Your Shit. So in this episode, we're going to be talking about why your business is stuck in second gear. Okay, why you're not experiencing the success that you feel you should, that you definitely should, that you deserve to be experiencing. And it goes back to what I was saying yesterday about how in society, specifically in America, we have this idea that there's one way to be successful. There's one way to run a successful business. There's one way to, especially in the online space, right? We're all looking for that one strategy, that one thing that's going to make us, blow up and hit six figures. And again, human design tells us that that is bullshit. There is one perfect strategy. There is one perfect way for you to run your business, but it has nothing to do with anything outside of you. Okay? Your perfect strategy is all in here. Your perfect strategy for your business, you're not going to find the answers out here. You have to go in here. All right? And that's what we're going to be touching on today. So what I want you to be thinking about during this episode as I'm talking is how many times you have said to yourself, I don't know who my ideal client is. I don't know what to write on my sales page, or my Instagram bio doesn't capture everything that I do, so I'm just going to rewrite it again. Because these are all things that I have dealt with, especially within, before I found human design. It was ridiculous how much I was trying to push and hustle and make my business look the way that I thought it should look, that the way society was telling me that my business should look, and it just wasn't working for me. And I couldn't understand, why can't I make my business do what I needed to do? Why am I not making any money? Why am I not bringing in clients? Why am I having to work a job because I can't get this business thing to work? So get out of here. But when you come into alignment, when you really start to embody your unique design, when you really start to figure out, okay, how am I meant to work in this world, and how can I craft my business around that? Not making me fit into my business. No, my business gets to fit in the crevices and the cracks of my life. That's how it works. So that's what we're going to be talking about. So my first tip is I have notes here, which is why I'm looking down. My first tip is to understand and accept how you naturally work and operate in the world, and then craft your business within the confines of those boundaries. And I want to talk about 3 specific things, and that's your heart center, your sacral center, and your root center. The sacral center is your energy center, right? If you're a generator or a manifesting generator, you have this defined. If you are not a generator or a manifesting generator, you don't have this defined, which means you are not an energy being. You are not meant to be going and pushing and forcing and hustling every single minute of every single day. If you try to run your business that way, you are going to either burn out, you're going to get frustrated, or you're going to be bitter, or you're going to be angry, or you're going to be disappointed, because it's not how you are meant to work. Everyone is so obsessed with this hustle culture and working on no sleep and doing all these things and not eating. And it's like, some people can... No, who are you? Some people can work that way. Most people... What is happening? Most people are not designed to work that way. Generators and manifesting generators are 70% of the population. So 70% of the population are working day in and day out because they can, because they have the energy to do so. If you're a projector, a manifestor, or a reflector, that's not you. That is not you, and that's not how you should be forcing yourself to work. Number 2, your heart center basically governs your willpower, your motivation, like having the urge and the drive to get out and do the things, to be productive. Most of us do not have our heart centers defined, but we're trying to go out and act like these people who have this constant willpower and this constant motivation, and then we beat up on ourselves when it's not actually possible for us, because that's what society tells you to do. If you can't, you push through it, push through the burnout, push through it. No. No. Most of us are not designed to work that way. Only 26% of people in the world have their heart center defined. 26%. So let me go to 74. That means 74% of us do not have consistent willpower, do not have consistent motivation. And that is not a bad thing. That does not mean we can't be successful. That does not mean that we can't go out and do the things. It just means that we have to operate differently. We have to, what's the word I'm looking for? Distribute our efforts in a different way than the people who can go all day, right? So when you're building a business, when you're trying to create something for yourself, you need to work within that boundary, or else you're not going to be happy. You're not, because you're going to be constantly beating up on yourself. You're going to be constantly feeling like you're not doing enough. You're going to constantly be comparing yourself to other people. And who feels happy doing that? Right? So that's the second thing. And then the third thing is your root center. Your root center is basically your pressure system. Your root center is what pushes you to go out and do the thing. It's like an internal trigger of like, okay, it's time for me to get this done. Again, not all of us have that consistent energy. If you have an undefined root center, you are not internally triggered to work on something. For you, it's an external trigger. That's why you see a lot of people who have undefined root centers that are procrastinators, that they're constantly filling their to-do list with meaningless things that aren't really going to push them towards their goal, but it makes them feel like they're being productive, so they do it, and they wonder why they're not actually getting anything done, because you're not doing anything. You're just making yourself feel like you are to make yourself feel better, to make yourself feel like you're not lazy, which you're not. You're just not meant to operate in the same way as someone who has a defined root center, and there's nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with that. So just for context, I am a manifesting generator. I have my sacral center defined, which means I have a lot of energy. I can go, 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 go. If I'm excited about what I'm doing, I don't have a defined heart center. I do not have consistent willpower. I do not have consistent motivation. That's why you'll see here on my TikTok, one day I'll post 10 videos and the next 2 days I will post nothing. Because that is how my energy works. That is how my willpower works. So I know when I have the motivation to do something, I need to do everything I can, because there's no telling what'll happen tomorrow. There is no telling what my motivation will be like tomorrow. So we've got to capitalize on this now, and we'll figure it out when we get there. I also do not have a defined root center. So I don't have an internal trigger to be like, oh, it's time to work on that. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. For me, when it comes to things that I need to get done, I have a process for it. I know that if it's too much, if I feel like it's too big of a task for me to actually tackle in one sitting, I will break it up. I will give myself the least amount of work possible to get it done in the time that it needs to get done. So I'm like, okay, if I have to write a 1-page script for a video and I want to put this video up in 7 days, how many lines of text are in 1 page? And I'm like, okay, I'll do 3 lines a day, and in 7 days I'll have the script, I can do the video, boom, that's it. Literally, that is how I work. What is my pace? What is my working pace? And how can I craft my business around that? And most of the people who are trying to build businesses and are not seeing results are not doing this. They are not building their business around their energetic boundaries. Most of them don't even have energetic boundaries, which is another issue, but we're not going to talk about that right now. So that is my first tip. Understand and accept how you naturally work and craft your business around that. Number 2, my second tip. Know your message and share it in whatever way feels good for you. Because people like to complicate having a business and make it seem like it's a bigger thing than it is, and it's not. You have a business. You share whatever your message is in whatever way feels good, and whoever is attracted to that message, that's your audience. Those are your people. And then you sell to those people. That's it. That is literally it. Have a message and share it. That's it. Okay? So the thing in human design, your message, what you're meant to share with the world, you can find that in your Mercury gate, your unconscious Mercury gate and your conscious Mercury gate. That will tell you exactly what you are here to talk about. It's laid out for you. You don't even have to guess what your message is because it's right there. And this was a game changer for me, because once I figured this out, I stopped flip-flopping on myself. Like, I was like, yes, that is what I am here to say. And before I knew that, I couldn't figure it out. Like, I knew what I wanted to say, but I couldn't figure out how to actually express that in words. And that's another thing I want to talk about, which is your throat center. Your throat center is your voice. Whether you have consistent access to it or not, that is how you're going to share your message. For me, I have a defined throat center. So videos, live videos, pre-recorded videos, YouTube videos, that works for me. That's how I like to share my message. I have a defined throat. That's just what it is. For some people, they like doing Instagram posts. Let me tell you, I hate writing captions. There is nothing in the world that I hate more than writing Instagram captions, TikTok captions, any kind of captions. I hate it. I hate it with a deep, burning passion. The heat of 1,000 suns. That's how much I hate writing captions. For some people, that is like their bread and butter. And you can usually figure out which is which if you look at your throat center. Because usually the people who have the podcasts and the YouTube channels and do all the TikTok videos and are talking a lot, they have defined throat centers. So most of the time, the way that you share your message, the way that's going to feel good for you to share your message, involves talking to a camera. So do that. If you don't have a defined throat center, do not force yourself to do video. Stop that. Stop that. Stop forcing yourself to do things that you don't want to do because you think if you don't do it, you won't be successful. Stop that shit right now. Because it's not true. There's plenty of successful business owners who have never made a video, who have never been on TikTok, who have never done a YouTube video. And they can still hit 6 figures. They can still be successful. So anyone who's telling you have to do this to be... Lies. 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 What does your design say? How do you operate in the world? And work through that. Stop going to the gurus. Stop asking other people how should I do this? How should I run my business? How can I do... All the answers you need are inside of you. You have the blueprint for how you are meant to be successful. You caught me, girl. Yes! I love that. I'm glad I grabbed you. I'm working on that. So that's my second tip. The first one was understand and accept how you naturally work. And the second was know your message and share it however feels good for you to share it. And this last one is really important because this one was keeping me stuck for the longest time. And that is selling is serving. If you are not selling to your audience on a daily basis, there's 2 things that are probably happening. Number 1, you're not making any money. Let's talk about it. If you're not selling to your audience, you're not making any money. Number 2, you're probably not serving them on the level that you want to be serving them. Because when you sell an offer to your audience, when you say, I have created this and I want to share it with you, you're now inviting them to work with you on a deeper level. You're now inviting them into your space so you can actually help them get where they want to go, because that's why they're following you in the first place. Whatever it is that you're selling, whatever it is that your business is, they are following you for a reason. And most of the time, free content, even though it's great and it can be educational, is not enough for you to really serve them in the way that you want to, in the way that you're meant to serve them. So if you're not selling to them, you're not serving them in the way that you could be. You're not giving them the depth of service that you could be. And that's just selfish. That is just plain selfish. So, sell. And this, like I said, I know this can be tricky because for me, it was always, I have to plan out the perfect launch. I have to plan out the perfect launch. It has to be perfect. It has to be to a T. I have to plan out the perfect program. All the modules have to be done before I even start to market it. Everything has to be perfect. Everything has to... Stop that. Stop with the over planning. You feel like if you plan it all out, then you'll be safe enough to actually go out and do it. You'll be ready for anything. No. Because you can plan until the cows come home. And guess what? Your launch could still not do as well as you think it will, especially if you're not working in alignment. So what else? I wanted to talk about something else. Oh, getting caught up in the worst case scenario. If I sell this or if I market this, what if nobody buys it? What if they buy it and they hate it? What if they buy it and they want a refund? Oh my God. Then give them a refund. And I know that is hard to hear, because if you spend all your time creating something and marketing it and someone buys it and they're like, nah, this sucks, I want my money back. That's hurtful. That is hurtful. And I've had it happen. It's not fun. But at the same time, it shows you, okay, where can I improve? How can I tweak this and make it better? Or even ask yourself, is this what I want to be offering at this time? Did I really put everything into this, or did I just do this because this is what I thought people would buy? I thought people would be into this, so this is why I launched it. Because if your heart's not in it, it's not going to do well anyway. So those are my 3 tips. Number 1, understand and accept how you naturally work, how you naturally operate, and craft your business within those energetic boundaries, right? Number 2, know your message and share it in whatever way feels good. Your message is the soul of your business. And honestly, it's really all you need at the end of the day. Unless you're doing a brick and mortar store. But having a message, having a stance on something, that is the heart and soul of your business. And then number 3, selling is serving. If you're not selling to your audience, you're not serving them. You're not serving them in the way that you could be. So those are my 3 tips. That's why I think your business is stuck in second gear. It's second gear because these are the reasons that my business was stuck in second gear. And it wasn't until I learned about human design and I started to embody my own design and really start to peel away the layers of all the things that were not working, all the things that were not actually me. Everyone else's strategies, everyone else's ideas, everyone else's messages, everyone else's products and launches. When I finally peeled all of that crap away and got down to me, who I am, what is my business, what is my message, things literally started to fall into place. So this isn't I'm not pulling this out of my ass, guys. This is I'm literally telling you what helped me, what helped my business. So if you are a generator or a manifesting generator and you want to learn more about how to embody your human design type, how to really live in alignment and create the life that you deserve, that you really, really want to live, then my 6-week course, The Generator Experience, may be for you. It's literally all about teaching you how to live in alignment as a generator or a manifesting generator. Because even though it seems real simple on paper, being a sacral being is one of the hardest things that I think I've ever experienced. Once I actually understood what that was, I was like, oh, this is bullshit. Wait, no, are you serious? So I wish that someone had a program like this when I was first starting, because it's literally going to take you step by step, embodying your energy type, learning how to respond, deconditioning, talking about the not self theme, talking about your signature theme, really stepping into everything that it means to be a sacral being on this planet. So if you are interested in that, the link is in my bio. Go ahead and apply, fill out the form, and I will send you more details. And tomorrow we're going to be talking about relationships. We're going to be talking about setting healthy boundaries in your relationship, depending on your human design type, but also your partner's human design type. So you don't want to miss that. I will see you all tomorrow. Have a lovely rest of your day. That's what I meant to say.